tested. I was over the course of a few years slowly hitting burnout, which was causing me to lose my ability to focus. Basically, all my ADHD symptoms were getting significantly worse, the symptoms I didn't know I had. And so I had to like research, do a lot of things to try and figure out what was happening. But what ultimately made me get tested was when I hit burnout, and all the ways that I had masked or hid this from myself, all those things just dropped, and I was no longer able to hide it. So it was sort of this thing that just kind of like occurred because of this sort of stress that was created trying to, I guess, have too many coping mechanisms at once. A user 3303460819475. How are you doing this morning? Let me know if you have any questions. Definitely not making excuses. It's hot in here. Dina, thank you for the follow. Hey Jen, good morning. How are you? Thank you for the heart me and the go popular. Oh, sound off. Good morning. Hey Autumn. Oh, Autumn. Do what's the command? Exclamation point water. If you do that text command. But it only works for mods. Hey Jen. Today it's a little harder to wake up. Just a little harder. I'm going so slow getting everything launched here. No, lowercase. Oh, there it is. It did work on YouTube. It didn't work on here. Hold on one sec. Oh, I'll have to wait a few seconds. I forgot to set it up for TikTok, but if you look on YouTube right now, it's doing it. But it'll be just a second here. I gotta remember which one it is. Which one is it? Not that one. Not that one. Oh, there it is. Okay. I know. Hold on just a second. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna get it moved over here. It'll be not even moved over here, just copied over here. So let me see. Crap. What was it? All right, something's gonna have to be done with it, but yeah, okay. Right? No, that's how I've always approached this kind of stuff, is same kind of curious mind, I guess, but more just like, oh, this does this, so then I should be able to use this to do this kind of a thing, you know. Custom resolution. 600 by 600. I don't think I need. No, I probably should do sound. All right. All right. There we go. We got something there. But the thing is it's only supposed to, oops, it's only supposed to show for something in particular. But yeah, Autumn, if you could do the, you can, if you want, do the water thing. And it'll do, oh wait. See, I don't want it to show like that thing and all the likes, because then I feel like it'll be too much. So let me see here. I need to get the actions. Okay, there we go. Like to okay, and then yeah, I think that'll work. All right. Goal achieved. Yay. Okay. So now do the water thing. Or Jen, you try it. The exclamation point and then lowercase water. Oh, but you'd have to. Oh, look at that. Oh, I forgot to add the chroma filter. What? There we go. So that makes that appear. Apply. There we go. And now it can be triggered by mods. It'll stay up for 30 seconds and then disappear. So I just made Autumn's job a little bit easier. But yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know. I think it's funny. You know what else I think is pretty cool? Is my mug that I have today. Okay. Come on. My brother gave me this one. So it's today's mug. No, so here's the thing. I always get gifted weird stuff. So I mean, this was a gift from my brother, but you know, he's yeah, it's just people like to get me weird stuff. I'm probably just like really hard to shop for, and so they're like, just get him something weird, you know. That's okay. Oh man. Yeah. How are you doing today, Art Venture? Yeah, I'm gonna try and figure out other kind of commands to do too. And I feel like it's kind of like gotta have like a mod do it kind of thing. Weird coffee mugs is actually something I do on purpose. You mean like a gift you give on purpose, or something you collect? Or yeah. Joso, how's it going? How's it going? I have a coffee mug purse. Ooh. Had a write-off day, but start again tomorrow. Oh man, how far into the day is it for you? For yourself? Oh, okay. Because Jen, I collect coffee mugs, and I have for years. That's like really the only thing that I collect that's collecting anything. Like where I would go and pick something up everywhere I went, and it was always a coffee mug. So I got quite a few from, I got them from Chicago, New York, Vegas, Ottawa, Um, London, Dublin. I never got one in India. But yeah, it was always kind of the thing where I was like, gotta find a mug somewhere, you know. Um, I feel like I'm so late in my routine. It's a bit frustrating. Overall, I'm pretty good. I'm glad you're good. Glad you're good. I'm tired. Yeah, partner went on a trip to the seaside with his family. Just a rough night. Without purposely trying, I am a pen thief. My parents at their ice cream store, they would always do like whenever people would write checks. So back when I was younger, they didn't really have debit cards and stuff. And so people would write checks when they didn't have cash. And it was a very slow, lengthy process of somebody filling out a form. But anyway, my parents would always have red pens because nobody would steal a red pen. It worked. There was some pattern recognition there. Largest collection of anything I own. Pens. Oh my gosh. So you collect them, but it's more of a kleptomaniac kind of collection. It's a, well, yes, I would like to apply for this loan and keep your pen. Thank you so much. Lighters. You know, I think that's one of the things that's probably very common for people to just like slip away in their pockets, you know? Just little lighters, just kind of gone. And then there's always somebody who's the one who has to buy all those lighters, you know? But, postcards and fridge magnets. Okay, yeah. I used to send postcards when I would travel. So I'd go places and then send them from there. That was fun. Well, mostly it was the traveling part. Was fun, and so I'd send postcards too. The ability to lose them. So the ability to gather a bunch of lighters and subsequently just lose all those lighters. So you never have one, but you have all of them, like at once. Jeez. What a paradox, right? How can someone have all of them and yet none of them? The answer to that one is right up there with divide by zero, right? Expert level at. Oh, to-do list, freaking organizer. Yeah, Joe. So you're gonna find one, but it's gonna be like in some kind of like like a compulsive spot where it's gonna be like, oh yeah, that's the area, or that's the place. It'll be like lifting up a couch cushion, and you'll see a whole bunch that just fell out of the pocket in the same space. Noam, thank you for the heart me, and Jen, thank you for the rose, and Autumn, thank you for the roses as well. And thank you for the go popular as well, Noam. Under the couch, like a cat. Yeah. Jen, thank you for the love you so much. Is appreciate you. Yeah, of course. How are you doing today, Gnome? Did you get your the bunny toilets cleaned? I just order me to have doesn't it swap for keys or I'll never find it. Yeah, you know, the thing is like those are like all the those are all the coping mechanisms that you make for yourself. You know, the whole like give me a system to like never forget, right? That's how my dad coped. he taught me at a very young age, if you're ever gonna leave the house and you need to take something with you, just make sure you keep it with your keys. Put your keys right next to it, because you're not gonna leave your house without your keys. You know, so it's like old school, raw, legit systems to help you. Well, I'm assuming you're talking to me, Joso, but what? And I'm gonna act like it's not a dig at my age. You forgot to close the door as well. I need to remember what I was saying. Man. Oh, what's our cool X-Men name? Superpowers of choice in costumes. Let's see. I don't know. My power is overthinking. It's more of a hindrance, but I'm learning to manage it with the professor's help. Don't have to worry about it at my parents' place because they got password. Oh, really? Yeah, it's okay. See, that's the thing. I'm so dazed right now. I forgot that we were talking about keys and losing keys, like since the comment that I made. Just I need to wake up. I need some water. That's what I need. Hey Ella, do you take medication? Has it helped? I've been on medication for about 10 months. It's only started recently working because my fight or flight was triggered about a couple months after I discovered this. And so a lot of my progress and stuff had kind of stalled. But it's starting to pick back up again. Yeah, I don't know what it like. This is what I truly need to be able to help me out with these lives. Is I need like something that transcribes what I'm saying in real time and just reminds me. Just show it on the screen. What did I just say? What are we talking about? Like if I were to like see something that just like records my words, then I could just look at it and be like, okay, yeah, and then stay on track. These are the kinds of things that spark ideas that then get me to develop something that will then solve something for me. Like I am so ready for augmented reality glasses that will just display things in line with whatever you're seeing, because I want closed caption. I need closed caption. And I feel like that will help me so much more in conversation. To be able to read and talk, you know, or even read, turn off, and then talk, or whatever, you know, like, I don't know. Well, yeah, I think for some it may be overwhelming, but see, here's the part of it too. What if it only showed when you were attentively saying like, okay, listen right now, you know what I mean? So like maybe like I don't know, a button you hold down or something, you know, or I don't know, some way to activate it only being on when you want it to be on, so it's only while you're, you know, looking at it. I don't know. For me, I think it would work. I think it would work. It's the AR and VR. It's gonna be wild. Yeah. Think about that globe in Vegas. Yeah. Well, see, there's the thing is that I'm more talking about like not actual like not the light everywhere. It's more the glasses where it's only in certain sections they will actually display the thing. So it's not like you are seeing a projection of everything. You're only seeing the thing projected that they want you to see, the little piece. And that little piece would be the piece that has that caption. So more glasses. Yes, glasses. And so doing it that way, I feel like would be a lot less intrusive, especially since you can introduce things like black ink, like paper ink, that kind of stuff. So it would be more like you would be seeing like black text with whatever, stuff like that. But it would be a lot more light blocking than actual light. But that's kind of the stuff that I've been thinking of, because even for like if I'm having a bad day where like my short-term memory is just terrible, like I could even have something to display that's just like constant notes of like what I'm doing, what I'm working on, or whatever, just things to keep me on track. And if I get used to having bad days and what systems I use on bad days, then I should be able to manage bad days. It's called coping ahead, people. Read up on it. Yeah, the globe in Vegas, that's not really what I was thinking about. And yeah, we need something that doesn't crash. Something that when it doesn't work, they still work, like glasses. Because you don't want to like just have your glasses no longer work. See, I wanted to do AR stuff. Or is mad Geo drops artwork anywhere in the world, yeah. Oh, you think so? I could take a look and get an early preview. Oh, I see the numbers right now. So I know the answer. There is a gap of about 1,000. But you are in the lead, Jen. But that also means that now that is known, that's probably not going to last that long. But let me see here. There we go. Yeah, when you get that tapper, we'll see. But until then, you're tapping acoustic style. Can't go electric yet. Nope. Playing acoustic like me. Just posted on Discord. Oh my goodness. I love the magnet collection though, I really do. Gnome, thank you for let him cook. So what's your secret project, Gnome? I did see the comment and then I got distracted real fast, but what's your secret project? And I know it wouldn't be a secret if you shared it. I'm just hoping you let me into your little world. Keyboard L plus clicks. Oh my goodness. So you're going at it from both inputs, keyboard and mouse. See, Joso is thinking next level, because he's not doing one of the computer's inputs. He's doing multiple computer inputs, knowing full and well that you can click and do keyboard at the same time, meaning 2 at once. So you double it. Don't even have to coordinate not doing both at the same time. You can do both at the same time. Good morning, Trisha. How are you? Computer's too slow, yeah. There's ways that you can like kind of like speed up that way of doing it. Because I would do it on the Mac. Because sometimes when you click, it doesn't click fast enough, or it would just like click slower. Might have to do YouTube on the computer anyway. Well, I mean, we are on YouTube. Good. Getting ready to head to the gym before I start my day. Awesome. Awesome. It's going okay. It's going okay. A little bit of a late start today, but these lives are getting me out of bed. And shoot, it's 6:47 a.m. Not a bad start, right? So yeah. That's cool though. 700 likes a minute. Joso is, that's on, you're fire, dude. Yeah, kiddos are doing okay. They're with mom. They had their first day of school yesterday. They loved it. You know, they were nervous about a lot of stuff having to do with like friends and like teachers and all that stuff, but everything worked out as far as them being close to their friends and the teachers they like and all that stuff. So they're all pretty happy. Yeah, overall good. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Autumn. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm testing, playing around with cross streaming onto YouTube as well. And so yeah, things are on YouTube also, per the overlay. So yep. That also means that I'm way behind on this part. What happened? Are you out of here, Jen? You're out of here? First day of school. All right. Have a good day. One like on YouTube. You know what? It's fine. I think for me, a lot of it is just getting it published or put out there. Like not published, but like just getting like the video clips, whatever that stuff, kind of put out there. Because for me, I can go through and trim and edit and do all that stuff. But at least up until then, having them up, you know, cool. You're done? Well, I'm still curious what the secret project is. Yeah, I planted a bunch of trees Wednesday. My legs, me from squatting down, feel like a senior. Yeah, well, if you're not going to be hurting your back from bending over, you're going to be hurting your knees from bending over. So yeah, you're old. But that's okay. Old is distinguished, right? You know, I'm old. I'm distinguished, right? With my hoodie and my messed up hair and my Crocs and my red pants. Yeah, distinguished. You like Tube Live? Well, thank you. Thank you, Gnome. I appreciate that. But yeah. And then, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's at least putting it out there. Yeah, so yep. I just got diagnosed with inattentive ADHD and am strongly considering starting meds. Thoughts? Yeah. Hold on a second. Actually, no, let's not hold on a second. I will just quickly answer your question and then I will fix this. So when I tried meds, I wanted to really understand what it was doing, because they start you off really, really low, right? They start you off really low to where you can't even really tell that anything's happening, you know? Or at least for some people, at least for me, that's how it was. And so I approached it like I would computers, technology, and any of that kind of stuff. And I was basically like, okay, well, I need to tell the difference between point A and point B, you know, one being before the pill and one being after it, and see what things are like. And so the way I figured to do that was to take the pill and then try and rest for about 20 minutes. And then after 20 minutes, once my body's, you know, started to absorb it because it was instant release, try and focus as hard as I can. And then in that moment, tell the difference between what it's like. And it felt like I had just woken up, like my body was just powering on more. And I felt like so much more connected and in tuned with my body. But really, I felt just normal, like awake. And then it was maybe like you know, when I tried to focus, I was able to focus. I just could. And so there was a few things that were just kind of cool about it, but it didn't do anything that people were worried about, the things of like changing personality and that kind of stuff. It doesn't do that. It really does help alleviate a lot of stress, but it's the stress that is the chaos that is ADHD, specifically that kind of stress. And so when you would see kids like, you know, become exhausted afterwards, you know, why they're exhausted is because they finally got relief from something that has been sucking up so much of their energy. And so all of a sudden they're going to be exhausted because they just hopped off the treadmill that they were chained to, you know? So I think it's a good thing to do, but that's my personal opinion. Of course, you should seek out advice from an actual practitioner and all that stuff. But my life experience advice is that. It's mainly for me, though. You know, have we discussed? I don't know what that is, but no, I guess not. Glad it worked for you. Think I'll definitely give them a try after 22 years of being told I'm lazy. Well, no, you are not lazy. Okay. And that's one of the things I think is really important for people to remember. You know, these things, these labels, right? They're just that, right? They're labels of something that is representative of, you know, a collection of traits that are a particular thing. And that's it. These things that we deal with that give us this label of lazy and stuff, it's those things. It's not us, right? We're not lazy. And it's important to remember that, because after years and years and years of being told stuff, you're gonna believe it. You know, I mean, it's not above people to try and change your reality, you know. And this is no different. So you got to make sure that you know that you're not lazy, and that these are things that many people with this struggle with. And nothing wrong with struggling, you know. You didn't choose it. So amino acid precursor helps with ADHD, OCD, and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, I haven't heard about it. No, and that's an awesome way to look at it, you know. To just take it easy and just try to become a better version of yourself. Yeah, you know, I mean, give yourself grace, okay? You don't need to run a marathon to get better, doing that kind of stuff, you know. Just like you said, take it easy, because 22 years is a long time. And yeah, you know, I think you'll find some relief, some definite relief. I definitely didn't feel uncomfortable. Now, if you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel relief, just keep working with your psychiatrist, keep working with your practitioner. because there's so many different kinds of medications that all do different things different ways. And so you may, if you do have one reaction to something and you're like, no, I can't handle that, then they could switch you to something different and try that. And they usually go off of the things that are most commonly going to work. So essentially the sooner you get that medication dialed in, it's probably most likely the most common it probably is, you know, or at least common for the types of symptoms that you've been describing. All right, let me see what I can do about this overlay. Oh, that's not that big of a deal. Where is it? Alert. That one? It is that one. Okay. No. There we go. Aha. Okay. I do need to make it a little smaller. There we go. Now I can crop it. No, I can't crop it now. There we go. What's 3 things everyone is going to get done today? Art, I love that you have posed that question, because it is important for us to set goals, you know, and to have things done that we're going to do. But not only that, it's important for us to set goals and to achieve them. So I'm not saying like, oh, make sure you do it. It's more about when you do set goals and you achieve them, you give yourself confidence. You give yourself a little bit of, you know, you give yourself that confidence boost. And you need that. You need that being able to say things to yourself, to be able to you know, speak to yourself kindly. Tell yourself the nice things that, you know, you want to hear, that you should hear, you know. Yeah, so current question, where is browser image? All right, viewers. That's right, that's what it is. Let's see, take that off real fast, cut, put back on. All right, so let's see. Momentum, exactly. 3 things I am going to do today. I am going to go to my IOP PHP appointment, my intro appointment. I'm gonna go to my doctor appointment. And then I know the third, but I think I'm just gonna keep it to myself. But yeah, I have 3 things that I want to do. Yeah. Reset transform. Okay, thank you. I wish that OBS made it a little bit easier to crop things. Order. Oh my gosh. I heard the alarms going off. I set the kids' alarms for school, not realizing they're not gonna be here every day, so the alarms are going off right now. I gotta figure that out. How am I gonna figure that out? Because I set the alarm for like the whole year, so I don't have to remember to set it. But if they're not gonna be here every day, See, and then the thing that I automatically go to because I have a smart home is I wonder if I can incorporate our custody calendar app with the smart home and activate automatically on the days that they are here the alarm for the next morning, you know. All right, let me try this. Edit transform. Position center. No. 500? Nope. 400. And then what do we got here? 200? Yeah, it'll work. There we go. Right, close. Move that there. Then cut. Oh, that really turned out weird there for some reason. I think I have different resolutions on my preview and my output. But, all right, well. There we go. All right. So YouTube is now taken care of as far as that comment overlay thing goes, and so I can hit that now and get rid of it. So thank you guys for your patience while I did that. Is it possible to like have an AI set up? You mean for like, in what way? Because yes, but I don't know what you're talking about. I am for the alarms, yeah. I think actually what I could do is every night. So I have a smart home, right? Like their room has like light switches, has all that kind of stuff. I think that at night when I tuck them to bed, I'll like hit a particular scene on my phone that, you know, shuts off their lights, does all that stuff, but basically activates their alarm for the morning. And that could be part of a routine every night that would then just automatically take care of it. I would need to have some fail safes in place, but yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing with my coping things is I usually put fail safes in place too. So I take it like another level, which I realize a lot of people probably don't do. Like, do you guys ever account for like in your systems and things like the failure, like what to do in case it doesn't work? Contingency plans, I guess. I don't know. I worry. I think about that stuff. So, you're learning to do that. Yeah, that's. Why didn't that go away? Why does it still show the that question up there? Answered means go away. Answered. There we go. All right, now it's gone. Usually wing it and hope for the best. Yeah, you know, yeah. I mean, I wing it, but at the same time, I'm like, what are going to be the most common failure points because of how much thought I didn't give it? Oh, well, I didn't solve this failure, this failure, this failure. Okay, well, those are probably going to be the big common ones, you know, because it's like the more natural course of failure. And so, like, just where things would naturally fall apart. I live most of my life of a wing and a life on a wing and a prayer. Very bad for nervous system. Yeah, that's what I did too. I mean, that's sort of what caused the burnout. But I wasn't purposely living life on a wing and a prayer, you know, because I didn't know the other, right? But I feel like there's still room to be able to do that as long as you're able to do that within particular bounds, not get yourself to an overwhelming state, you know, all that. So it doesn't mean that your whole life has to be planned out, but, you know, it does, you know, but I think it just prepares you a little bit more, you know? I actually think about it, if I'm correct, for about a few seconds, then I tell myself to stop complicating. Yeah, I mean, that can happen too, because you can become familiar with yourself and your own ways that you trip over yourself, you know? Yeah. I would love to have my life planned out for me and just know, all right, what's next? What's next on the agenda? Yeah. Do. You've in your head declared a war on perfectionism. Yeah. You're still feeling up in the air? Yeah, I definitely understand the perfectionism part. I think I think for me it's more just making sure, okay, well I did create this system, but I can't just like trust it because I haven't tested it. And so, you know, yeah. $100 life plan to have somebody just plan out your life. I would take advantage of that service. Only to mess it up with tiny fixes. Yeah. Um, yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. And see, that's the thing. Um, hey, Blob, how's it going? Um, Making something great and then personally mess it up. Yeah, I think the thing is that like, you do get used to perfectionism and stuff. Blob, thank you for the heart me. Um, and you know, when you are thinking about these things and everything, you know, of course you want it to be perfect and everything. I think before I perfect it, I try, and again, going back to computers and development and stuff like that, I develop sort of the concept first. Like, in theory, can it work? So I don't put much effort into the system, just the actual gears of it. Like, can I just do it this way? And if I somehow do it, then it's like, okay, I can work with that. Um, you know, but yeah. So yeah. So Who is this Bob and why is he unstable like us? Bob? Bob, why are you unstable like us? Blob. Blob. Hey, Blob. See, that's the blob I'm talking about. Just a little unstable blob. No big deal. We could all use a little unstable blob, right? Stable blobs are like a dime a dozen. Okay? An unstable blob? Yeah. Good luck finding that one, especially one as unique as our unstable blob. So, are you wondering, Mama? I am. Where's that? Oh, there's where that is. Okay. Blob, thank you for the heart puff. Appreciate you. No, it's true, Blob. You are special. Like, no, you're more than just unstable blob text on the screen. I like seeing you come in here all the time and, you know, seeing you everywhere I see you. So I like the stability, instability in my unstable blob. So, yeah. Oh, Blob. Blob, don't be so unstably emotional. We like Blob. We like Blob. Blob's great. You just got to be careful because Blob's a little unstable. Just a little bit, okay? Blob will just start crying. But that's because Blob is very unique. We like Blob. But be careful. Yeah, you mess with Blob, you mess with me. My instability is in my connective tissue. The rest of me is resilient. Woot. Yeah, I get that. I do that and I do that on live. Yeah, so that's probably why I didn't get it that much. So I that's one of the things I didn't end up with was EDS. Yeah, did get POTS though. Scott, I appreciate you. Yeah, just getting this conversation going, you know, and all that stuff. I think yeah, just like I said, getting conversation going. Wait, oh, I don't get those things. What happened? What? Did I miss something? Stable blob. Yeah. To tend to the horses. Stable blob. Yep. Want to trade? Okay. Well, see, I only know one, and I don't like what Potts does, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to trade. I think I'll just stick with what I have right now because I feel like if I roll the dice anymore, who knows? Who knows what I'm going to end up with, and I don't know if I'm going to have enough radical acceptance for whatever it is. So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna stick with what I have right now. And that's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I got what I got. I love it. I'm about to go live. I don't do much talking there, but same mission. Um, everything hurts, and I finally get why. I get the docs on board now. Yeah, absolutely. So Scott, to get the docs on board, really, it's it's about being able to identify how this manifests in your life and being able to speak to it without using labels. Just explain the experiences, because that's when the doctors will be like, "Well, it sounds like this," and it's going to be exactly what you're thinking, as long as you can explain it in the way that guides them to understanding you. But yeah, turned 52 this week. I wish I'd known 10, 20, 40 years ago to protect my joints. Right? Yeah. See, like, I have like bad knees, bad back, like bad wrists, and so it seems like I should, but yeah. I'm great. It's glad that you have a great supportive team now, Wandering Mama. That's awesome. Um, yeah, Scott. Shift your language to what it makes you unable to do is exactly what you need to do, because that's what they're there for, is to like help you decipher that stuff, and yeah, just approaching it that way, is going to, make it so much easier for them to be able to understand the kind of things that they're looking to hear from you. Um, yeah, it just makes it much easier. The blob wants to be in Joso's stable, and then you can find something stable, right? A stable horse for an unstable blob, right? It's a match made in heaven. You could be like the Lone Ranger of blobs, right? I hope to come back sometime and spend more time with you and your folks here. I dig your groove. Well, thanks, Scott. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll give you a follow too, so I can check out your lives when you do go live. But yeah, yeah, I enjoy these lives. These lives get me out of bed in the morning. But yeah, Camille, thank you for the heart. How you doing? Used to have writing lessons, but it got too expensive and I miss it so much. Yeah. Good morning. Yeah. Well, hop on over to Joso's Stables, where he can get you stable. But Scott, thank you for the tiny diny. Right? Joseph Stables. Right? Just perfect for anyone suffering with being unstable. It is a brand. Thank you for the love you so much. I appreciate it. It is a brand. It's a emerging brand, a very, very popular emerging brand. Okay. Just need animal to make me more stable. Yeah, animal therapy. Exactly. Just like little puppies or kittens, right? You just lay down, right? And it's kind of like a ball pit, but then they just cover you in puppies or kittens, not both. Yeah. Or goats. I mean, I don't know how friendly goats can be, but if they can be friendly and adhere to the rules of not being mean, then yeah. A stable is good enough for Jesus' mom, even better for you. That's right. That's right. Stables. Fit for a king. I don't know. But yeah, there you go. Goats are fun. They can climb on stuff. I need water, but water's for my bed. Water requires socks. I don't know where the pair of socks. Mods know how to. Oh, Joso, you don't know this one. Do exclamation point and then lowercase water in chat. It's a mod only thing. Not. It's like what Camille did, except it's a mod only thing. Nope. Exclamation point. Yeah. Bam! Look at that. You'll see. There's going to be a delay. There's going to be a little bit of a delay because of the chat, it coming back to me and then looping back when it comes back. Hydrate. It stays up for 30 seconds and then it disappears. That's it. Yeah, that's all. But yeah, I had to make it a mod thing because Autumn is so kindly always reminding to drink water. So now it's so much easier to make that so much more prominent. Yeah. I was a lousy mod for a long time due to not being smart to secret mod hints. Oh, these are ones that I like built. So like and I only made it mod only because I could see everyone just coming in here and watering every like 2 seconds, you know. What's the messaging? Good messaging for the AR glasses too. Yeah, you know, if I could get that to overlay put on there, that'd work much better than these like water bottles and stuff that remind you to drink them, you know. Hydrate or die straight. What? Well, I mean, okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that as somebody who is presently straight. You know, it's like, well, does that mean that I need to expect some change if I drink some water? I'm gonna drink it anyway. Yeah, you know, if you don't want to, then you better start hydrating. You know, but just because I'm hydrating, it's that whole thing that happens when people have to like prove themselves, right? So roll the dice, see what happens. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm feeling a little gay from that water. No. Or no, I'm trying to remember because society's been so weird. I'm trying to remember. No, that was no. Just check out the import export trade. I would love to. That would be so awesome. So awesome. To check out the trade export trade fair, import export trade fair. Yeah. Oh, I'm safe. Okay, cool. Awesome. I mean, whatever happens, you know, but I don't know. if I knew that anything that I was going to do was going to have any kind of repercussions, I would just never do anything, you know, because I would just be like, oh, no, I don't want to think about that. Just keep things the way that they are. But all right. So I'm gonna I have a doctor's appointment that I need to go to in a little bit. I'm actually gonna have to leave soon. Hey Jenna, how's it going? But yeah. So I have a few more minutes. What's up? How are you doing? I just didn't get myself that good stretch in the morning. Morning from Alabama. Hello, Katie. Good morning from Southern California. How are you doing this fine morning? They're like proclaiming straight guys. Oh yeah. Yeah, stretchies. Autumn. Sorry about the mic thing. Yeah, it's. I would love to be able to understand sort of like, because like I feel like I don't know, like it's more like for me, I even take it a step further, like all the people who are like advocating like against like in politics, and then them like having like secret things, you know, it's like I kind of want to know like what's happening in their minds, you know, like trying to get myself kicked into gear. Katie, I hear that. You just doom scrolling right now, because that'll drain it. That'll drain your dopamine right away. But yeah, so gotta do the stretch, get it all out, and just force yourself to go. But sometimes it's even just breaking it down little bit by little bit by little bit, you know. Cooked breakfast and caught up on lives. Well, great. 20K likes. Woo! Awesome. Stretching with me. Thanks, Blob. But yeah, it's great. Blob is awesome. Blob is awesome. I know you were talking about soldiers, but I just decided to take that comment anyway and just say Blob is so funny. To be honest, it's like, oh yeah, Blob is also awesome, even though you were continuing on the previous one. I can still hear my kid's alarm going off upstairs. Yeah, gotta figure that thing out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get my morning continued on. I do have a couple appointments that I'm gonna get to this morning, and I need to take like a nice long shower this morning. So thank you everyone for joining and hopping in. It was fun talking and hanging out today. I appreciate all of you. Appreciate the safe space that you guys have made here. Go live every morning for the most part, and throughout the day on days when my kids are with their mom. Don't don't forget to drink your water. Thank you, Autumn. And thank you everyone again for everything. If you want to join my Discord, there's a link to my Discord on my TikTok profile, so you can check it out there. And then yeah, if you want to know when I go live, go to my TikTok profile, hit the bell. You can set your notifications there. So anyway, thank you everyone for joining and for hanging out and having fun. Blob, thank you for joining as well. And Autumn and Joso and Camille and everyone. Scott. And anyone else who I just forgot. Who else we got? Selectively Social and Brady. Appreciate you guys as well. But not 14. Definitely not 14. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and go. The day calls me. So appreciate all of you. Take care, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye.